Now let me call up our next testimonial. Please, Victor Gîrbu, please join me. Victor, you're another proud cancer survivor. Which one of these words would you have chosen?
Well, I'll definitely go for prevention, but I think research is also very, very important.
Okay, tell us your story.
Thank you. Dear Mrs. President, dear Mrs. Commissioner, dear audience, it's an absolute honor to be speaking as a cancer survivor in front of you today. My story begins when, at only 6 months old, my mother noticed an abdominal mass and immediately took me to the hospital. Her fears were confirmed. My kidneys were not functioning properly, so I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor. My right kidney had been almost entirely affected, which is why the doctors decided to remove it completely. Thus, at 7 months old, I suffered the first surgery, and a series of oncology appointments followed. At 2 years old, doctors told my mother that unfortunately the tumor had affected my left kidney as well. I continued the treatment for years and years, and every time we heard the same story. It seemed that no matter what we did, nothing gave results. But we stuck to the plan, and my battle with cancer continued until 2010. Everything and everybody were prepared for the most important surgery in my life. As one of the doctors told my mother after it, "We have just removed a tumor the size of an orange of your son's one and only kidney. Thanks to their work, I live a perfectly normal life with approximately 70% of my left kidney. I'm here, I survived, but so many in my country just don't." Access to medicines and therapies in Eastern Europe is still not the same as in Western Europe. I would like to commend and appreciate the Commissioner for clearly specifying that access to therapy and treatment for all is going to be discussed in the European Beating Cancer Plan. We've seen firsthand in our European youth cancer community, Youth Cancer Europe, how breakthroughs in science, clinical trials, and new innovative therapies are saving lives. But we cannot keep silent about the fact that having access to any of this is still a postcode lottery. As we've addressed this in the European Parliament last November, the Cross-Border Healthcare Directive is not implemented across the EU as it should be, and whether you have access to even basic first-line therapies depends on where you are born. I'm 26 years old now, earned a bachelor's degree in law. I'm now studying national security and diplomacy. I want to start a family. I want to apply for mortgage. I don't want to be discriminated when I want to apply for insurance. There are so many topics that need to be addressed and that are of growing significance to my generation and my fellow survivors at Youth Cancer Europe. Fertility is on our agenda to address later this year in the European Parliament. And mental health will be our main topic for the 2021 Global Youth Cancer Summit. As the Commissioner pointed out, we need to work together so people can live well after cancer. We express our full support to the Commission and would like to make sure that our problems and our perspectives as young people affected by cancer are going to be taken into consideration. Let patients' organizations come work with you. Don't underrate them. Patients are also lawyers, scientists, media specialists, economists, politicians. We can see the lacks and the needs, but we are motivated to offer solutions and help solve those problems. We don't just sit back and wait for the officials to solve them for us and then criticize if they fail. We offer our knowledge and expertise and commit to solve problems together. We are confident that under the leadership of Mrs. Kyriakides, who herself is a cancer survivor and an experienced patient advocate, we can look forward to closer collaboration with the Commission, stronger dialogue, and more honest recognition for the strength of the patient community. For 17 years since birth, I was not allowed to do sports, to play football, to learn dancing, jumping with my friends. I'm really happy that I was allowed to do this, and this is important, and this is for beating the disease that stole my childhood. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Victor, for sharing your story with us and also for sort of strong words on what we think needs to be done next.